The activities of bandits, as they are known to some members of the public, are to kidnap people and collect large amounts of money called ransoms for them to be released, and pending when the payments for their abductees' freedom are made. Their criminal abductors do keep them in unknown places, perhaps deep in the forest that are void of other human activities. This is how this is about how much the ordinary people can say about the human act of kidnappings by the outlaws. But contrary to this view, they just might be doing the unthinkable with their victims. A few days ago, the Emir of Bogu in Niger State, where banditry is also common, called on the federal government to send some security operatives to intercept the criminal elements who might be on their way smuggling their kidnapped victims to the Republic of Benin. Thus, it can be deduced that the reason why the moment some persons are taking hostages, there are no amounts of negotiations and money that can secure their return, and might not be unconnected to this revelation. And it therefore means that some Nigerians might just be somewhere in the neighboring countries suffering from being used as slaves, having been sold into slavery by their heartless kidnappers. An easy possibility of the above is the case of the Boko Haram terrorists, when Abubakar Shekau and his fellow hoodlums just took hostages of the Chibok schoolgirls in 2014. The terrorist leader first threatened to sell the innocent teenagers into slavery, and true to his threats, he later told the then President Goodluck Jonathan administration that he had actually sold some of them away. But because the religious extremists had the tendency to act like a clan, many people refused to believe him, especially initially. But it is already 7 years down the lane, yet I bet some of them have recently returned with children and some of their captors as their husbands. Many more are still nowhere to be found till dates. In conclusion, it is possible that the bandits, whose barbaric activities are mostly about kidnapping people for ransoms, are also selling some of their innocent captives into slavery. Therefore, the Emir of Bogu Kingdom may be right by hinting the federal government that some of the hostage takers are on their way smuggling many of their abducted ones out of the country to Benin Republic. Well, the Emir is saying what he needs to say. You have to be politically correct, but really you are calling on the federal government. Which federal government? Buhari that you are calling? That is a no, 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 no. People just want to talk. Like I watched a video of one of the victims of NSAS, and with the way the guy was shot because it has affected his leg. At the end of the day, say, oh, the federal government should come to his aid. The government should come to his aid, and people are like, hey, the same people that brought you into this condition, that made you to be in this condition, they are the ones you are calling. Just like if they call devil, make it can't help you. Of course, he's not gonna happen, because that is not the right person to call. So calling on the federal government, people say, oh, we call on the federal government, like seriously. But one thing is that as many that are supposed to do the right thing, that have been put in the place of position or authority, and yet you are taking from the sweat of the people, you are being heavily paid, and yet the people are still suffering, but you are from their own tax payments, the taxpayers' money, you are using it to fund. They are using it to fund your lifestyle. You are relaxed. You are doing all manner of things, and yet the people are suffering. That thing where they chop, na coal of fire. You are heaping. It's being heaped on your head. Coal of fire, and you will never. It's just only God, because when heap of fire is being a coal of fire is being heaped on somebody, you know that the person will never remain the same. That is just what I can say. People are suffering. The taxpayers' money here and there are being used to fund your lifestyle, and the people are not living in peace. People are living in suffering. They are living in penury and in abject poverty, and yet these people just sit down in high places deceiving people, calling the federal government to come and do what in the first place. It's unfortunate, really, really unfortunate. The one that even happened that we know in Ogun State, the governor has never even come out to say anything. The people of Ogun State, are so, much affected. Some of them were running to this Benin Republic. Some of them ran there. The governor cannot even come out and say anything. The same governor has not even been able to sign a anti-open grazing bill. He has not been able to sign it. Calling on federal government to come and do us, come and rescue people that they allowed to be kidnapped in the first place. It's very unfortunate. Well, Abubakar Shekau, how long has he enjoyed the evil money he was looking for by killing all his brothers in the north? The worst thing that happened to mankind is all about that Fulanis were allowed to live with humans. Whatever the northerners sow in this country, they will reap it bountifully. We are just going to see more. When they should have spoken and condemned this banditry, their mouths were shut. Now those closed mouths are opening one by one because the evil they once pampered is assuming a landlord status. Another slave trade through the closed borders. In reality, as Minister of Transport says, this regime still in silence. Same Nigeria had been conquered in silence in the war of easy way to conquer a nation with weak leaders. How did you know this? Emir of Bogu, please tell the people. Is that not a Buratai, the former army chief, is the grandfather of Boko Haram and bandits? This is the consequences of Buhari's policy of throwing the borders open with invitation to Fulanis to colonize Nigeria. Where he did that, when he did that, the traditional institution and under elite said nothing. They will never say anything. If you are expecting them to say nothing, they will never say anything. They will never. Everyone is even surprised that the governor of Castina is saying that a majority of the people who are bandits are Fulanis, and they came out and told him that he's a drunkard, that he doesn't know what he's talking about. They will not say anything. They are now beginning to speak one by one, and some of them are neck deep in destroying this country, and they are going about one Nigeria, and you are destroying the country. We saw Gumi and Professor Yusuf going from pillar to post, calling of one Nigeria. Is that one Nigeria? One Nigeria cannot be forced. One Nigeria cannot be talked about. In the acting, in everything. By default, everybody will know that, okay, this is one Nigeria. You cannot be doing something different and be doing another thing and be saying another thing, and you are saying one Nigeria. When he did that, traditional institution and under elite, when Buhari opened border, they said nothing. Now the chickens have come home to roost. Borota is now ambassador designate to the Republic. Maybe they have found a safe haven. And this wicked and insensitive government is giving them amnesty after such evil crime against humanity. Another generation of Boko Haram started.